Hello,
Hi, Emerson.
how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent.
It's so nice to see you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So, Jeet, tell me your seeking story and what got you here. Let's get to the point.
So, I started as usual with uh, there is Shri Ravi Shankar, if you know about him.
I do, yeah.
He teaches, yeah, Sudarshan Kriya. I started with that. And then that time I had this idea that I didn't know what to do. So, one of my friend told me and I did it. And then I did Kriya Yoga as well. I got initiated into that and I practiced it for like a
Art
year
of
and a
Living.
half. Not Art of Living, Kriya Yoga, Yogananda
Oh,
Paramahansa.
Yogananda. Okay. You did Shri
Yeah.
Shri with Art of Living and then Kriya Yoga from, yeah.
Then,
Because
yes.
Shri Shri also
And
teaches Kriya, right? So,
it's a different thing, but yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. So
I also know about
then,
Yogananda.
yeah, so I did that for a year and a half. But I started having this feeling that it should be simpler, right? Because I was just researching about the technique itself all the time, whether I'm doing it right or not, whether this is it, this is what is going to be the main kriya. There are so many kriyas there, if you know about it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
So I kept researching about it, and it seemed so hard to even validate anything. So then I thought I had this intuition that it should be simpler, and then I got this book. I found this book called Silence. Um, I was traveling somewhere, and on the airport, I got this book, Silence. It was written by a monk from Thailand. I forgot the name. So all it talks about is focus on your breath, right?
Is it
So
Thich Nhat Hanh?
yes, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yeah. So I started doing that. It was very simple, and somehow I was like, Priya is too much practice oriented. Mind itself is so complicated. Why to learn something very complicated? So that book sounded really good to me, and I started reading it. I started following it for 3 4 days, and then somehow I stumbled on this video from Locke Kelly, and he was talking about that you can move from behind your eyes to wherever you like, down into your heart area. And I tried that and it worked. And I was totally amazed by it. I was like, how? Because I didn't know what non-duality is. I didn't
Yeah.
know uh, anything at all. So that was a very big revelation to me. And that was my entry point into this. I think it's been 2 years now since I'm, or maybe 1.5 year I've got since I've been, listening to videos on practicing being, presence, all of those things. Attended one retreat from Rupert, but that was also helpful. The only thing that I get lost in is it's always trying to find something, right? So I have few questions which I would like to clarify. Though I have been looking at your videos and your questions, what is in between, and I tried that as well. It gave me an instant peace um, when I did that a few weeks back. And then I tried hanging on to that, but it feels like I'm holding on to something uh, when I try to be in the middle, in the in between. And then I get lost when it comes to people say that you are infinite being, and I don't understand that. How is it infinite? I logically I understand, experientially I don't. So that is one thing, and yeah, I mean, and another thing I wanted to clarify. I had this insight, or maybe you can call it a glimpse, that even what is located or feels like myself sitting behind the eyes is also just a contracted consciousness, but it's consciousness, it's not mind. Am I
It's
right?
just a thought.
Just a thought.
Yeah. So what are you without that observer?
This observer does not go away. I've been trying it.
What are you without the observer of the observer? What's between the observer and the observed?
It's quiet.
Yeah. So any mind machinations like the observer, the behind the eyes is all mind stuff. Even if you say it's not mind, it's still coming from the mind, right? But if you take away the language at this very second, what's left? What are you without language at this moment?
I don't know.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this not to, diminish all of those teachings or practices, but just to be clear, all of them are still in the thought level. All of them are still in the mind level. There's a clarity without language. What's between doing and not doing? They're trying to point to something, right? But it still uses the mind. This one basically it just takes the veil of the mind, because the mind can't seem to go to something that doesn't have an opposite. The mind functions in opposites, right? So the mind goes into this horizontal, linear. But what I'm trying to talk about is direct. So if you take away the past and the future, where's the I? Where's the mind? Where's the time?
But there is a little pressure here.
Go directly to that pressure. Take away and label it. What's left? So the mind hijacks a feeling, a pressure, and makes it into something that the mind wants to be able to resolve in the next. But what if there's no next? There's no next, actually. What if there's no past? It's not here right now. So if the past is just a thought, don't you agree? The
Yes,
future is just a thought, right? Don't you agree?
yes, yes.
Then what you're looking for is right here. You might call it consciousness, awareness, God, Brahman, whatever you might want to call it. But take away the name. Because the name now is associated with the mind.
Yes.
Yeah. And this has nothing to do with the mind. Or rather, what's between mind and no mind. It's instant, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
And it is warm.
Yeah. Like home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's nothing missing.
Yeah. If you don't go to thought, there is.
Yeah. What's between you and not you? See, the root thought or belief or identity is you. But when you see you, if you take away the past or the future, where's the you? It's like a silence that's unfolding, but very, very gradual, right?
Yeah.
When
And
there
there
is
is a
no,
ringing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You hear that in my videos, right? There's a ringing. It's like a,
Yeah.
it's
Buzzing,
like a
like a
buzzing.
buzzing sound. Yeah.
Like that. When you go to ashram, you know what I'm saying? That drone sound, but flat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Class. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I know it's just a thought. But when I go about my daily activities, right?
Take away
I
the next. It's always here, right? So that's just reinforcing that it will go away when it's always here. So you might think that that's the mind trying to say, well, how do I get this then? How do I maintain this? It has nothing to do with the mind. So when that happens again in the story, of course, right? What do you with that language at this moment? It goes instant again.
yeah. But it seems like there is nothing. It's just randomly things are happening. That's it.
Sorry again. Sorry, Jeet.
I'm saying there is nothing as such, which it's just appearances all
Yeah,
around you.
it's just appearances, sounds, sights, smells, right? If you notice them, they come and go. But what happens is what comes and go, we get engaged in it. We think that that's
Yeah.
us. We think that I am smelling roses. I am hearing bells. I am
Yeah.
seeing people, right? But if you
Right.
take away the I, the root, the that anchor, then everything is just flowing like Maya, right? Maya just dances.
Yeah.
Yeah. No? But you're not the dance. You're not the dancer, right? So you're not even the observer. What you are can never be thought of because what you are is just a product of the past,
Yeah.
a product of language,
True.
like a dream character in a dream.
True. So I know it's just all thought, but when you get that expansion feeling, uh, what is that?
It's like um, it's like you've been looking at this peephole for a long time, and then you've noticed that that peephole is just an illusion, and you start, you know, I don't know how to explain it. Actually, it's almost like there is a you're so caught up in that belief system that there's a loosening, right? There's almost like a freeing from it. It's like, for
Mm.
example, when you wake up in the morning, you don't know what's happening, and the thoughts start coming. What am I going to do for breakfast? Oh my goodness, I have to seek again. Oh, I have to do some kriya, that kind of thing, right? So when it's seen from a point that there is no source, it's hard to explain in language, right? Then
Yeah.
everything becomes misty,
Yeah.
not solid anymore, like a little bit lighter. Still the same,
Yeah.
but it's lighter. It doesn't have the narrative that, oh, how do I get out of this situation? Or how do I stop seeking? Or um, whatever it is. Because the I, the root I, the I thought, the I dream, the I think is seen as a fabrication. That imaginary friend or imaginary I is not we can call it an ego death, basically. The ego is not running the show anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that's just more words, right? Like, don't get caught up in that. There
True.
was no ego to be dead with in the first place.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no I really in that sense, right? Or rather, what's between I and no I? Because even if you land that there's no ego, then it becomes an ego thing again. It becomes a mind thing again. If you say that
Yeah.
there's no I, then the mind adapts to that. Then you're talking to your family, your friends, and you're saying there's no I, and they think that you're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Well, unless they listen to non-duality too, then you're like, oh, how did you? But most likely not,
It,
right?
yeah, most likely not.
Whereabouts are you
I
from?
don't, I'm based out of India, Bangalore.
Oh, Bangalore.
Have you
What
been
time
to
is it
India?
there?
Oh, it's 7 o'clock in the evening.
Okay, that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
Yeah, yeah.
I get a
I
lot of
chose
people from
the,
I get a lot of people from India now lately too. Yeah, so
yeah, I think I have had glimpses. I can go back to time and again, keep going back and forth. It's just the maintaining part is where I get stuck.
it has nothing to do with maintenance actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
get
it's
it. I
what's
get that as
between
well.
doing and not doing, because I tried to maintain. I went into the more traditional Hindu based enlightenment, right? Where it was a lot of purification, a lot
Yeah,
of darshan, a lot of satsangs, a lot of kirtans, right? So
yeah,
more into the Advaita Vedanta, and then with the Hindu, influence basically.
right.
Love it, really, really, loved it when I was there, but it was just so frustrating because
True,
it's all about
true.
maintenance. It's all about appearances. It's all about, yeah, it's
I
almost
think
like
it,
I
this,
just switched my being Catholic to being a really good Hindu.
hmm,
And
yeah,
nothing
true.
wrong. It's just belief systems, right? So when you're
Yes,
trapped in the belief system, the biggest belief is I. The I, I'm good, I am bad, I am everything, I'm nothing. The I am. It's just a heightened version of the I. That's just imaginary.
yeah,
You can get caught up in the religiosity of it or the spirituality or the non-duality version of the I.
yeah. Uh, that is also another thing, right? People say you are consciousness, and somehow you try to become consciousness. Uh,
I tried that
and
for 10 years, right? For 10 years. And then I am being awareness, the I am,
yeah,
all of that kind of stuff, right? And maybe during that time, maybe that was many, many years ago.
yeah,
Maybe that was a good way to express this. But the mind has adapted to it because now you're trying to
yeah,
be the consciousness, right?
right.
Yeah. So I always say this, but it's almost like in the story, although nothing really happens, there is an evolution to things. Maybe in the past, you need to go to a monastery, to go to an ashram, right? And do the traditional, you either become a bhakti or karma or jnani or, those are the three. And
Yeah.
then you become all three. I tried all three.
Okay.
You become a
Oh, that,
devotee. I'm a
yeah.
super seeker. That's why I know a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
And then I
In India,
realized,
it's, yeah.
yes, sir. Go ahead.
No, it's just saying in India, it's a lot of mystical things that are attached to this.
Yeah,
And we kind of easily get caught up in it. Like if you go to Kriya Yoga, there is Kundalini, and then you have to
I did Kundalini
raise it
too.
up. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you did Kundalini too.
of
Okay.
course. Yeah.
That is at a different level. I mean, uh, you can
But
spend your whole life
with
doing
no
the same thing.
disrespect, I'm just saying it plainly, but that's all of the mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all thought level, even all the way up to radical non-duality, because radical non-duality talks about no I. That's still of the mind. Right in the progression of things, there is, and many, many great things that have come out of it, right? But at the same time, you can look at it as an entertainment.
Hmm.
It's like a computer programming, right? We have Turing, we have many different we have the I can't remember the history of computer programming, but the many different languages of it, right? It's the same
Yes.
thing as
Yes.
this. I mean, it keeps on progressing.
Yeah.
There's going to be purists. There's going to be a person that will say the only way through this is meditation. But that's proven over and over, debunked over and over and over again. And that's why I release like videos over and over and over again to show that
Yeah.
there's an instant, direct way of seeing through this. And if a person meditates or not, it doesn't matter. If a person
Yeah.
is
It
kriya or
doesn't.
not, it doesn't matter. Yeah. If it makes you happy to do meditation, perfect.
Yeah.
But if you live a
Yeah.
life that you have 3 kids under the age of 10 and you're running a career and that kind of thing, your time is really, really scheduled. You can't even squeeze in an hour, of time. You know what? This is kind of like almost for the modern era, right? We're the modern era where it's um, because in
True.
this clarity, in this directness, there seems to be um, like an ego death, right? You're not trying to create a life out of social media anymore. You're not trying to, you're not really gossiping as much anymore, although gossiping is fun, right?
It
Then you
is. It
see,
is.
then your lens gets a little bit wider when you see someone in the street that really needs something to eat or just really needs some help. You stop and you say, hey, do you want to go for lunch, or what do you need? There's again, this is just a story, there's a kinder, compassionate version of you when there's no more trying to seek what's missing. Then there's more presence.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not trying to prove anything anymore. There's a contentment with life. You don't have a lot of conflicts anymore. And then if life is still suffering, then it's just suffering, but there's this peace even in the suffering.
Yeah. That I've experienced.
You've experienced that, right? Like even if you're going
Yeah.
through hardship, there's still
Yeah.
peace, right?
It's like things don't bother as much as they used to.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. It's like I don't feel agitated as much as I used to, or emotions do not have that intensity as earlier.
Yeah. Yeah. And those subcategories as a character, like, I used to be really passive aggressive. Like I'll be cleaning the house just like my mom, and I'll be banging, no one cleans around this house, that kind of thing. There's less anger, right? So anger
Yeah.
still might happen.
Very rarely. I feel
Very rarely.
I anyway, I was never a very angry person, but yeah, after this, it's less and less.
One time I was getting worried because I was not getting angry anymore. It's been like a few years.
That
So
is
when it
good.
happened in a blue moon, I was like, yes, anger happened. Right.
So what do you do, Emerson, the whole day?
This I talk to people. I walk around a lot. I That's it basically. I walk around, I talk, I play music, I dance, I eat healthy, I work out.
Yeah.
And the day is so short, right? But I spend my time, in the morning walking for a long time, just looking at trees, nature, sitting under a tree sometimes. Life has become very simple. How are you feeling?
Very quiet.
Yeah. And then there's nothing to talk about, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
All the
There
questions
is nothing
go
to.
away, right?
Yes.
So how long have you been listening to my videos?
It's been a few weeks now. So I have listened to like maybe 10, 15 videos.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and first time I heard you asking for what do you believe in if I take away the past and future, and it it was completely quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing as this, right? So it's just very direct. There's no special fireworks. There's no, because if you listen to some of the gurus, especially in India, like if you go to
Yeah.
Kumbh Mela, right? There's a lot.
Yeah, you've been there.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
a lot.
gosh.
It's crazy. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, I've never been there.
It's a lot of gurus selling their special
Yes.
powers,
Yes.
basically, right? So
Yes.
yeah. When I usually get um someone that is from India, they ask me, so what's your special, what's it called again? It's what's the term for it? There's an Indian term for it. I can't remember it. A Sanskrit term for it.
You're talking about
Special powers. What's it called?
Siddhi.
City. What is your city, Emerson? I make people dance. I'm a DJ.
Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot of that in India. Lot
Yeah,
of that.
yeah. It's okay. It's a part of this. It's a part of this beautiful entertainment. If you look, it's a part of this dance of Maya.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So Emerson, you can't really describe, right? This
No. How can you?
can, you can call this space, you can call this anything, but
Because the description always create an opposite.
yeah,
So if I call it space, then one day, you something happens in your life that seems very heavy and it's not space anymore. So you'll
yeah,
say, oh, this is not space anymore. I lost it. For example, one day you are, when you come into this is consciousness, even if you convince yourself that this is that when you have a stressful situation, that's also consciousness, you won't believe it. Because the mind has now created this peacefulness or this clarity as consciousness. But when you come into a stressful situation, you're like, oh, I lost the consciousness. Even that is also what we can't name. So by naming it, everything becomes it. The mind will try. It will try to do a coup d'etat or take over. It will keep on trying. But you're noticing it, it's beginning to loosen up a little bit, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah. It's an unfolding, right? So the
and
moment that you watch that first video, it already started.
yes,
I don't know if
yes,
you noticed. Yeah. When you get that first, people call it first awakening or first glimpse, then it's this it's set in motion basically.
yeah,
Like even things that you're
eh,
trying to hold on to is you can't anymore. Or even things that you've read in the past doesn't make sense anymore.
yeah. It doesn't.
I used to
I
be
mean,
a
I
big
can.
a big devotee and I used to memorize the Bhagavad Gita, right? I love it right now, but as a fiction now. As all
Yeah,
just it's beautiful. It's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. It's kind of like when I was a kid, I believed in the Bible, but now I see it as just words, as fabrications. Neither real or false. It's just fabrication. It's a part of a dream. The same thing
yeah,
with Bhagavad Gita, right? It's just a part of that. I used to meditate so hard that I would see a blue light and I'll be like, oh, Krishna is with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had to
It is.
explain
Yeah.
to my students, I'm in my Krishna consciousness or whatever.
Consciousness. Yes.
Yeah. For this to be authentic, it has to be universal, meaning that there should be no beliefs or non-beliefs about it. That it should be applicable to anyone at any time. It just depends on how heavy their belief system is. So when I talk to people that their belief system has unfolded a little bit more, then there's an easiness into realizing what this is without words, without practice, without anything. When you first said to me
Yeah.
that you did a lot of Kriya, I'm like, oh. But I'm happy that you watch the videos, the one-on-ones, because it it undoes it basically.
Yes. Yes. So I stopped it. I stopped doing Kriya. I think maybe it's been 2 years now. As soon as I picked up that book, right, The
Oh
Silence,
yeah, yeah.
um,
Yeah.
I stopped it. I just
If you look
followed
at
my intuition.
if you look
Yeah.
at it, it's almost like you evolved from from the Shri stuff. And if you look at it, the masses, the bigger the audience, the easier it is to, the harder it is, because it's almost like this big pyramid.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
Shri there, and there's the art of living, there's a whole bunch of different people under it. And then there's the
Same with Kriya. Same with Kriya Yoga as well. If you look at it, it's just
same with
big
Yuganaga, yeah.
organization.
Big
Yeah.
organization, yeah, yeah, yeah.
You have questions, nobody to answer those questions. You keep researching, you invest so much of time. I have stopped meditating, but I think all my free time, most of my free time goes into that
Yeah.
since last, I think, 4 or 5 years. It's not that long a journey. Like I have
Yeah.
seen people on your videos, they have had
50
like 30
years,
years.
60
Yeah.
years. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there are some people that have just been caught up in their mind for so long, right? Um so they have this stubbornness in trying to, it's almost like they have the clarity, and then it's almost like they've been in a jail so long. When people go into a jail system, they don't know how to act in public, so they go back to
Yeah.
jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like that. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. It's like what I do is I can show you that there's no doors to the prison, right?
Yeah.
The mind wants to turn
And
around because all it knows is the prison.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you try and find the mind, it's not present anywhere.
There's
It's just,
there's no such thing. So
yeah.
the misconception is that there is a me or no me, right? So when you say that there's no me, then you made it look like that there was a me, or if you say that there's no mind, then there was a mind in the first place. You just have to go to no mind. So what's between mind and no mind?
Basically, I am what I have always been. It's just that it's just a belief that gets lifted.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. It's the same thing, but something has shifted, like a perception changed.
Yes.
Yeah. And it's very small. It's almost like a very subtle thing. Until you notice that, like for example, for me, I look back now and I realize I don't have that panic attack anxiety anymore. Or the anxious character that just always um, making stuff up in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts have reduced. I've noticed it. Uh, Either I'm intentionally thinking, otherwise it's quiet. It's more quiet.
It's more quiet, yeah. And there's an unfolding of this quietness, so to speak, right? There's a very gentle unfolding. Do you hear that buzz?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's there.
yeah. That's what's always there.
And yeah, it's not located anywhere. It's
Yeah.
just there.
It's nice and quiet, isn't it?
You can't find it, right? It just is.
Mm-hmm. No, there's no location to it, and there's no landing. Here's just a tip in the story, right? Don't ever give it a landing. You thinking that you got it creates an opposite that I lost it.
Yeah.
You thinking that there's no me creates an opposite that there's me.
Yeah.
You thinking that there's no mind, then one day you're like, oh, my mind is back. Things will come and go, like thoughts, stories, beliefs. But the things that come and go, the impermanent ones, have nothing to do with you.
Yeah. It's just it's just it's just open.
Mhm.
I was listening to Papaji. You know Papaji? Uh, yeah. So he also talks very similar to what you say. But he doesn't, he just asks you to stop,
Yeah,
take a break, take a pause.
take a pause. Or yeah. I don't remember. I don't remember. Yeah. During his time, you know what? Apparently, he also created Ganga G, a lot of
Yes,
G's.
yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right,
I
so
know, I know.
all the G's, right? So
True, true, true,
you know what?
true.
And later on, someone else will be more eloquent than what I do. Someone more charming, someone with more charisma, right? So we'll probably take this to a bigger stage, right? So, or someone will come up with something more fresh than what I'm doing, right? So,
Yeah. Yeah, I think keeps happening, right?
yeah.
But
I'm not
but I
saying
think
that
with
this is, sorry, go ahead. There's just a flow of things that happen, right? The problem with a lot of people is that they claim that they found it, right?
yes.
That this is the
And
truth.
and yeah, and with you, it's like you take away that language itself.
Yeah. I get out
And
of the
that is
way.
where,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't want to do, I don't want to create any communities, no ashrams, no satsangs even, right? So
yeah,
it's just being equal. Because the
yeah,
moment that there's an authority, it's almost like the end of the era of the gurus. I know in India it's still big, right? But it's almost like an outdated system now, if you look at it.
yes, yes, it is.
Yeah, because how can you be free when somebody is in control of the narrative of how it is to be free?
Right.
How can you be, how can you be enlightened if someone claims that they're the only one enlightened?
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
Because for someone to buy, because there's a lot of competing enlightened masters out there, right? They'll be like,
Yeah,
I'm the only one. The other one will say, I'm the only one.
yes,
Then somebody
yes,
is, there's no me here, but I'm the only enlightened one when there's no me. It's all a ruse, right?
yes.
Yeah.
It's like we keep listening to new descriptions and we try to run behind those descriptions, right?
That's what it is. So when someone is describing this as everything, as I am, as awareness, as God, it's beautiful. We buy that, right?
Yeah,
And then when somebody says it's nothing, there's no me here, it's
yeah,
all nothing being everything, we also buy that. That's the opposite
yeah,
marketing of that, right?
yeah,
Yeah. So what if there's nothing to buy, nothing to believe?
yeah.
What's between belief and non-belief? Yeah, because you can buy stuff from the Shri to the G's, even to anyone's name that has non-duality on it, which is including me, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm kind of like breaking the fourth wall, and saying
yes, yeah,
take away even the speakers, the teachers, anyone that has any
yeah,
authority. But somehow
true,
I have to appear in that narrative of a speaker or a teacher, whatever. So I don't get caught up in it. Some people get caught up so much in the words like, oh, he's a teacher, oh, he's a speaker, oh, who cares? They're just words. They're just labels.
right, right.
I have a picture of me and Sri Ravi Shankar arguing.
Yeah.
I was arguing with him. I'm like, I don't get what you're saying.
Yeah. He also I've seen him. He when he talks about it, he also says the
He
same
seems
thing.
like a sweet guy.
Yeah. He also says don't put a label on it.
Yeah,
It is
yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah. No, I've stopped following people. I've stopped following gurus. Like um and I don't know, I always was more interested in the teaching rather than
Yeah,
going behind them and looking at the organization itself,
yeah,
joining there, living there. I never. did that,
Yeah.
luckily.
There's going to be fanaticisms to all of these people, right? So, and
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to eliminate with people that listen to me.
yeah,
That's why I do. I do the one-on-ones more than the group meetings. The group meetings just creates this hierarchy.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, it does.
People are still going to put me on pedestals, or people are going to put me down. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to stay underground as much as possible.
No, I think your message is quite clear. And yeah, I wanted to tell you, I forgot, I wanted to tell you something that it's just that your message ends that seeking thing, right? Even if there are people who have realized or have had glimpses, but they still are not able to stop because they have listened to somebody talk about it, and that keeps going on in the head, and you keep on comparing,
Yeah.
even when you are.
Yeah, I heard that
But
too. Yeah, it stops the seeking.
it stops seeking, and yeah,
Then you see life again as it is. You see the flowers and the mountains and the trees and the people smiling. And then you spend more time with your family, with your friends again. Because when I
true.
was, you never got into that super intense seeking, but I'm happy that it stopped for you, because there was one point that it was a full-time job for me seeking, and I was doing
Oh,
overtime all the time.
oh
Yeah. So like not just not just 40 hours, like sometimes 100 hours a week of just pure seeking.
my God.
Mhm. And I meet many people that have gone through the same path that I've gone through. Not only I was not a jnani, I was also a bhakti, I was also a karma. You know, I even studied tantra, right? Everything that you could imagine. Right? So, and
Yeah.
Sanskrit, I studied Sanskrit too. So
Oh, all right. You studied Sanskrit
yeah,
as well, just to understand the Upanishads and
that's right.
Vedas,
Yeah, the
right?
Upanishads and the Vedas and the
Yeah,
Bhagavad Gita, and and
Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, it crossed my mind that it will bring me more clarity to read it firsthand rather than listening to somebody else. But thankfully, I didn't apply to understand
I
or
used to
learn
be able
Sanskrit.
to say all of the yoga sutras in Sanskrit.
Oh,
Yeah, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which is
yeah,
one of those, right? The most famous one.
yes,
And I can't remember the rest. Yeah.
yeah.
People assume that I'm like in my 30s or sometimes 20s, and
You
that
look like you look very young.
oh,
Yes,
thank you, but you don't know
very
that I
young.
have like so many years of seeking experience, right, and teaching experience as well. They just think that I just watched a video and started making videos, They didn't know the trouble
You
I've
know
seen.
how, yeah, you know how I came across your name. I was listening to David Bingham, and I understood what he was saying. I had a big glimpse
Mhm.
while listening to him as well,
Yeah,
the effortless being part.
yeah,
But there was still trying to be effortless being, right?
yeah, yeah,
There was still that
yeah,
thing. While you get it, the mind doesn't stop. It wants to imitate, I guess, whatever.
yeah.
So I was looking on Reddit about David Bingham. I asked some question. There was a Reddit article, and I read your name there that you should listen to him. Uh, that ends the seeking. So I started listening to you, and yeah, it was like so much quietness I felt after a long time when I listened to your first video.
Oh,
And
thank
then
you.
I stayed with it for like 2, 3 days. And then again, It's same thing. But yeah, I get uh, it's just you take away the next.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
the
very
language.
simple. It's very simple. That's why, right? So I used to read volumes and volumes of books. And, if I find like a speaker or a teacher, I will buy all of their books. And
Yeah,
I haven't even released the book because I might, you know what I'm saying? People keep on asking me, but I stopped it for a bit because it just brings another narrative into it, right? So,
yeah.
yeah.
Same thing with me. I have read lot of books in the past 2 3 years. Just whatever new I heard, I first of all I searched whether there is a book by this guy, and then I started reading it.
Yeah.
And I did that with Kriya Yoga. I did that with. Uh, I'm doing that since the last 2 years with non-duality as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's I have this girl that is from Vancouver. She I'm gonna meet her actually in a few days. She um she threw all her books because she was like me. She was an extreme seeker. She went from this, and that. Right? It was just constantly trying to get. And now she's doing one-on-ones like I do. And it's
How did you stop, Emerson?
what's
How
that?
did you stop this seeking?
How did I stop? That maybe about 8 years, 9 years. I can't remember the timeline, but maybe about 8 years ago, when I was about to have a panic attack because I was just severely um, unwell, and I was
Okay.
seeking nonstop. I was at the height of my seeking, and then I stopped seeking just as a cold turkey. And then when I was about to have a panic attack, I went directly into the panic attack, and I was just DJing. And then I saw that there's no Emerson. It's a big story. It's a story that's redundant, that's unnecessary. But anyway, I just for many days, for about 30 days, I just saw that all thoughts and all language are made up, because the one that it's stemming from, is also made up. It's a realization that's hard to describe, but I started seeing
Yeah.
words would come up and they would just like, oh, and I would think about this and then it would go away too. So I used to carry this big book, this bag of books of all of the spiritual classics, basically. The Nisargadatta, the Brahmana, the A Course in Miracle. Um, I don't know if you've heard about that one.
I've not. I've heard it,
Yeah,
but I have not read Course in
yeah,
Miracles.
Course in Miracles. I did the Eckhart book.
Yeah.
I think there was a Rupert there one too. All the books
Yes.
basically that you could think of. So I just started reading them. It was not making sense anymore. All the words that I was reading it just kept on appearing and disappearing. I don't know how to explain it. And then so
Yeah.
I just threw them out. I saw the nature, if even the language, because you can say that, that everything is an illusion, but if you're still caught up in the language called illusion, then your idea of an illusion is still based on illusion, because the language that you are using is a fabrication.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you still start seeking in words, and you're kind of like, according to this person, what does this illusion mean? According to this person, what does this freedom mean? Right? So you're still seeking in words.
Yeah.
But what if the very word that we're looking for is the illusion?
True.
Yeah.
True.
What if the very books that we're reading are the barriers to seeing it?
Yes.
Yeah. What if the
And
very
that's where.
teachers and the very speakers that we're listening to are the prison guards, basically?
And that's why I
But they don't
love.
even know that they're doing that, right? So,
Yes.
yeah.
And that's why I love the first video. I was just randomly listening to it. I was like, okay, I'll listen to Emerson as well. And then I loved it. And I've been listening to your videos every day, backtracking so many videos.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's so many videos out there. I even slowed it
Yeah.
down a little bit because I'm getting booked so fast. Like I'm getting booked like 3 weeks in advance now, right? So I want it to be accessible still.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the
And
subscriptions just keep on going up. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh no. Yeah.
no, I think you are helping people in a way that is actually helping.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yeah.
it really has nothing to do with me, but the subtraction of me and the words seem to help people, right? So because
Yeah.
before I could pretend that I am all consciousness and awareness, but it was not helping people.
Yeah. True.
Or
True.
I can declare that there's no me here, but it was still not helping people. And no matter how much you can, you know what, you can just get deluded and say that, well, it's just all consciousness or there's nothing happening. In this appearance, this relative thing, there is a in the story, of course, it's amazing that you see people get out of their head. People that have been
Yeah.
stuck in there for 50 years or 40 years or 30 years or 2 years, right? And
Yeah.
see this quietness, and you see that the person becomes a little bit more alive, not delusional, thinking that there's no me or there's no language or something, but more alive, more
More alive.
happier, yeah, more
Yes.
peaceful.
Yeah. Yes.
Suffering is still there. Suffering can still happen. Pain can still appear, but that comes and goes, right? It's no more
True.
psychological suffering.
True.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Jeet. I'm going to stop the
Yeah.
recording here.